Hi, this is Lori Latimer from LoriLatimer.com. I want to wish you all a very happy new year. I hope that you're enjoying the first few days of 2015. I'm really excited about some of the things I already have planned for this year, and I know that some of my clients have some exciting things coming up as well. So I think we're off to a good start. So I wanted to talk to you today about something that I believe is key in getting unstuck after a divorce and really moving forward in your life in a positive way, and that is forgiveness. When we aren't able to forgive our former spouse, in this case, um, it really keeps us stuck, and it keeps us stuck in the past, and we're not able to enjoy the present moment or live in the present moment. And it's because we're holding on to these negative energies and emotions. Things like anger and bitterness and wanting revenge and resentment. Those things keep us in a cycle of wanting revenge or even confrontation with whoever hurt us. And so forgiveness is about letting go of those things. Now, let me be really clear. Forgiveness does not mean that you are in any way condoning or minimizing the behavior or acting as if you weren't hurt. Not at all. What forgiveness does is it begins to open you up to new possibilities in life, to moving forward and to getting unstuck. Not forgiving leaves you feeling very powerless, and it leaves you in that victim energy, and none of us want to live in that. So holding on to those feelings like anger and resentment and bitterness can also cause physical problems that none of us want to deal with. Things like depression and anxiety and high blood pressure and even heart disease. So that's why this is such a critical topic and one that I really wanted to address today. Um, not being able to forgive someone will cause you to bring all of those negative feelings into every aspect of your life, including any future relationships. And it'll cause you to really miss out on all the richness and joy that life has to offer. But it's important to note that you want to forgive the person, not the behavior, and that's a really key distinction to make. You require to turn your pain and your anger and your resentment and your bitterness into compassion, both for yourself and for your former spouse. And I know that it may seem impossible. You may even feel some resentment around this. But believe me, forgiveness is the fastest path to healing the pain and trauma that you might be feeling. Albert Einstein said something that I feel is so apropos to this topic. He said that you cannot solve a problem by staying in the same energy in which it was created. And so forgiveness is a beautiful way to change that energy. But forgiveness requires action. You can't just think your way through this. And so I want to give you 3 action steps today that you can take to start on this healing journey of forgiveness. The first step is to set the intention that you want to forgive. So you can simply write, my intention is to forgive. If you can't even get to that point yet, because I've had some clients who just can't even imagine writing that much yet, you could set your intention that my intention is to be open to the possibility of forgiving. Even that alone is going to start to shift your energy. Okay? Now, step number 2 is to get a piece of paper, a pen, a candle, and a box of Kleenex. You're going to write a letter to the person that hurt you, the person that requires your forgiveness. You're going to vent in this letter. You're going to spew everything that you want to say to this person, everything that you would say if you could speak to them in person and vent all of these emotions and all of these energies and just let her rip. If you want to use bad language, go ahead and use bad language. Okay? Once you finish writing that letter, and you will likely cry, that's why once you have the box of Kleenex, it's very normal for women to cry when they do this because you're releasing all of that emotion, all of that energy. Once you finish writing the letter, you're not going to send the letter. What you're going to do is you're going to have a ceremony with the letter. You're either going to burn the letter if you have a safe place where you can do that, or if you can't burn it, you're going to shred it into little tiny pieces and you're going to flush it down the toilet. The point is to release all the emotions onto the paper and then burn the paper to let it all go. Now the third step is, after a couple of days, you're going to wait a couple days in between. And after you've written the first letter and you've released it, a couple days later, you're going to take another piece of paper and a pen and a candle. And this time you're going to write a letter that is full of love and gratitude and thankfulness to the same person. You're going to thank your former spouse for all of the good times that you had, all of the good memories, all of the fun you had together. You're also going to thank him for all of the lessons that you were gifted and the growth opportunities that you were gifted through your divorce. Again, you're not going to send this letter. This letter you're going to hold on to for a while. You're going to fold it up and keep it in a safe place. Every time you start to feel yourself going into that downward spiral, into anger, into depression, you're focusing on past memories when you were together, anything like that, you're going to take that letter out and you're going to read it. You're going to put it away. And each time you need to release more of that, every time you catch yourself going into that place and need to release, you're going to pull the letter out and read it. You will know when it's time to release this letter. For some women, it's a matter of days. For some women, it's a few weeks, and for some, it's been a couple months. Now, you don't want this to go on for a year or even 6 months, but however long it takes you, and that's fine. The way you'll know when it's time to release it is when you can go for 5 to 7 days or more without having to read that letter, because it means that you've let go of that negative energy and those negative emotions. So what you'll do then, when you realize that you haven't read the letter in a week or more, you're going to have another ceremony just like you did with the first letter. You're going to burn it, or you're going to shred it and flush it down the toilet. You're going to release it. Okay? So forgiveness is so important, because not forgiving your ex for whatever happened to cause your divorce to break up, it's only hurting you, it's not hurting him. By allowing forgiveness, you open yourself back up to the hope and joy and beauty of life. Forgiveness is really one of the most loving and self-compassionate things that you can gift yourself. If you were the one who chose to leave your marriage, you can still do this process, because I was the one that chose to leave my marriage. But what led up to that caused me to leave my marriage, I needed to forgive my former husband for. So if you left or if he left you, whatever the circumstances are, it doesn't matter. The point is to forgive what happened, to forgive who hurt you, even if it's yourself. But you have a choice. You can either choose to stay stuck and hold on to all those negative energies and emotions, or you can use the tools I just described to begin releasing those negative energies and emotions and begin moving forward toward hope and joy. So I hope this has been helpful, and I would love to hear how this process works for you. Leave me a comment below. Send me an email, Lori@LoriLatimer.com. And I wish you all so much love, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.